Jim, it happens to all FNGs their first night. What's an FNG? I just grinned as I remembered my first night. That's you, buddy. I'm not what you expected. It was late on a Thursday night, I was running behind, and the state was asshole deep in an early spring freeze. The day's snowfall had turned to slush, which in turn flipped to a hard ice on this particular lot. I was out with the leaf blowers, freezing my ass off, and cursing every deity known and yet unknown. I was in my jeans, hard boots, watch cap, with university logo, go blue, and beat up frat sweatshirt. Earlier in the night I fell and cracked the area above my eye open, and dried blood had oozed under the bandage from my homemade first aid kit. Life was not on my side, and I looked like hell. Seeing that I was getting nowhere with the leaf blowers, I started making my way back to the truck. I was walking in front of the 24-hour grocery store when she walked out. She was about 5'4", 105 pounds, chestnut hair tucked under a winter hat, face wrapped up in a scarf and wearing jeans that could kill a man. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. Those jeans that show off your ass really well and you know it. She was walking out as I was walking by, and I shot a friendly smile. She smiled back, hit a slick spot of ice, and went down like a sack of potatoes. God damn it. Running over and doing a really cool slide on one knee across the ice thing. Are you okay, ma'am? Yeah, I banged my elbow. That really hurts. Here, let me help you up. She undid the scarf and I saw her face. Now, most of the women you see out on the trail, that is, if they're women at all, are sea donkeys. I don't mean to be mean, but come on. Tennessee is the meth capital of the world. And it shows. That's all I'm saying. I saw her face and I was taken aback. She was the prettiest girl I've seen in a while. Beautiful almond-colored eyes, flawless face, and she even smelled like peppermint. Fan-fucking-tastic. I meet the hottest girl I've seen in a long damn time and I'm dirty, bloodied, and I probably smell like garbage. I help her up, and she falls back down again. I'm from Florida, damn it. I don't know how to walk on ice. Relax, just let me help you up. I'm from DC, I know how this stuff works. She got steady on her feet again, and she started brushing herself off. Thanks so much. No problem. Have a nice night. She started walking off, and I could see she was still uneasy. When she started going down again, I dropped my shit and caught her. You're a lifesaver. Mock's tipping his hat all in a day's work, ma'am. Hey. You go to Middle Tennessee? Ha, sort of. Me too. Really? What are you studying? I'm a transfer student from UCF, business admin. I came up here to start all over. That's why I'm working third shift at a fucking Publix. What about you? Well, I usually change my major once every 2 weeks. I think this week it's either history or equine science. I'm kind of taking a little break, which is why I'm working third shift driving a fucking street sweeper. I love horses. And I was kidding. And you don't read sarcasm very well. Ooh, oh, and she was sharp to boot. Well, sweeper guy, want to walk me to my car? No problem. So I walked her to the back of the parking lot where her car was, helping her out along the way. We finally get to her beat-up VW Rabbit. She sticks out her hand. Well, thanks. Bruiser. Jen. Well, Jen from Florida, drive safe, okay? Will do. Bruiser from DC. I started walking back when she called out. When do you work here? Every day that ends in Y. You. See you soon. I waved and got back into my truck. I really wasn't hoping for anything other than what just happened. She's hot and I'm an oaf. Nothing more will come of this. I thought that until the next night. Bruiser trains in FNG episode 2. The finer points. Training with Jim was going well. We were on our third and last night, and he got a hang of the job pretty well. He wasn't as crazy as the rest of us, but I knew that would come with time. We had pulled up to a place called Town Center, which is a property with way too many fucking E's. It's also one of the largest on the route. Alright, bud. Last one of the night, woo woo. I heard that. Let's rail this one out and head back to the. I was swinging behind the property when I saw a Ford LTD being shady as hell. I swung around behind it, killed the lights, and waited. What are we doing? SHH, I'm teaching you a lesson. What lesson? What's wrong with that car? The car started to move up and down ever so slightly, and the windows were fogged as hell. You could clearly hear shitty rap music blaring inside of the car. Oh. That's what she said. Are we just going to sit here and watch? This is kind of creepy, Bruiser. SHH. I'm teaching you a lesson. I hit the controls to raise the hopper. Fully erect, the truck looks like some sort of bastard transformer from the seventh layer of hell. Because the truck is noisy as hell, I eased the truck right behind the LTD, which by this point was in full motion. A few weeks prior, I had found a miniature kid's bullhorn behind a Walgreens. Loaded up with fresh batteries, now seemed like a good time to use it. I opened the door and left instructions with Jim. Doing my best, I creeped around to the driver's side of the LTD. I made a hand motion to Jim. He started the blower motor and ran the throttle all the way up while turning on the high beams and all of the curb lights. Dust was blowing out of the intakes. With the hopper up, with the noise and the dust and the lights. Well, it looked like a fucking death robot. That's the only words I can think of. I brought the bullhorn to my lips. In my best high-pitched metal voice, I said. From the nether world of Satan I come trouncing through the night, why? The girl inside started screaming, and I could see them trying to put clothes on. I have come to deliver a message from our dark prince. Ooh. The door flew open and the guy comes out of the LTD. OHHHHH, get the fuck off of my parking lot and go from whence you came. Get the fuck off of my lot, hide your face in shame. Heaven help if you leave a rubber, that shit just won't do. Your girlfriend is so fat I think she just said moo. Well, the guy is about 16 and scrawny. His girl is a complete, and I make the motion for Jim to cut the engines. Hey, man. Who the fuck are you? I'm the guy that was going to have to clean up that used rubber you were about to throw down on my lot. I thank you, and your girl better hit the fucking bricks before I call the cops. You can't do shit. I pulled out my phone and got ready to hit the speed dial. Please talk some more shit so I can see my friend bust you and your girl. Leans in very close. How old is she, man? 6. 16. And how old are you? Hangs head. 18. How'd you like to do time for statutory rape? Do you know what they do to people who go down for rape? No. They trade your ass to Tyrone for a pack of Lucky Strikes. Tyrone likes to dance. Do you like to dance? Starting to sob. No. I didn't think so. Now, what was that about me not doing shit? Please don't, I love her and her mom, and stop. Get back in your car. Leave. Looks at you. Go home, talk to your parents. Now. The girl hops back into the LTD. Thank you. I better not see you ever again. No sir. The kid jumps back into the car. As I get back into the truck, I lean out with the bullhorn. God bless. Have a good night. We pull away and Jim is just shocked. What was that? I lit a cigarette. That, Jimbo, is how the job is done. I'm not what you expected. PT2. I pretty much forgot about her the rest of the night. I finished up, turned in, and crashed hard early the next morning. After a too short sleep, I woke up and was ready for the grind again. As promised, I showed up the very next night at around 3-ish and started doing my job. Luckily, the sun broke early in the day. Despite it being cold as balls, the slush melted away and made my job a little easier. Dressed somewhat in the same way, this time it was a Capitals hockey jersey, I went about my cleaning. I was loading a bag of garbage into the rack that sits behind the truck when Jen came out of the front door. The Capitals suck. You're from Florida. I thought you didn't know about ice. I know enough to know that the Capitals suck. And who do you root for? Red Wings. How does it feel? How does what feel? You know. Riding on that bandwagon all day long. Pretty good, considering. Considering what? Considering that we have a Stanley Cup. Oh my god, what? Yeah. Anyway, how's your elbow? Sore as hell. I wanted to come out here and personally thank you with this cup of coffee. Thanks. You didn't have to do that. I was just doing my job. My hero. Walk me out to my car again? And so I did. We walked out, shot the shit for a few minutes, and reached that silence where it's time for someone to go, but none of you want to leave. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I've got tomorrow night off. Really? So do I. Well, barring boyfriends, husbands, and common-law spouses, how about we go for some dinner? Nothing too serious, just casual. You don't play around, do you? Life's too short. She pulled out a piece of paper and a pen from her jacket. Here's my number. Hopefully you won't be like every other guy and flake out on me. You don't play around, do you? Mockingly, aw shucks, Bruiser. I think I'm sweet on you. Ha. Well. I'll give you a call tomorrow afternoon. We'll see who flakes out. Calling my bluff? I'm not a gambling man. But thanks for the coffee. She looked up at me with a smile that could melt even the coldest of hearts. With soft eyes and a softer voice. Talk to you soon. I rolled over and smashed the snooze on my alarm clock. I went out on the back porch for a smoke and dialed Jen. Hello? Hey, it's Bruiser. You called. I told you I would. So, are we going out tonight? You like Italian? Does the Pope shit in the woods? I don't know. Do bears wear funny hats? If they're Russian circus bears drunk on vodka, they do. If you read the Lucy Post, that's where I got the Russian bear part from. How does 7:30 sound? Perfect. She gave me the address to her house across town. She told me to knock, and if she wasn't ready, one of her roommates would grab the door. We parted, and I dialed another number. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.